Okay, back with another video. The last video I did was in fact a shoulder day. It was an okay video, kind of like some issues with it. Yesterday, I had intentions of filming a leg day. So if you listened to the last video, you're probably wondering, why is this an arm day video and not a leg day video? I promise I didn't skip legs. It's just that I forgot the microphone and everything I needed to record. But it was a good leg day. I did some leg pressing instead of hack squats. I went a little bit heavier on RDLs. It was a good day. And a lot of leg days aren't great, so that was a pretty nice one. But something I left off the last video with was the idea of stuff I've learned while on the cut. So to reiterate, like I've said, I think almost every video is that the cut is going to end. Set goal is May 31st. Now that's about 5 weeks from now. Do I have 5 more weeks in me for the cut? I don't think so. Because I'm getting to the point where I am very lean, so I think I might cut it a little short. I'm thinking mid-May is probably when I'll cut it back. Because when you're on the cut, right, this is something that's just gonna happen. Is you're gonna lose strength for one. You're gonna be more tired for sure, and you're just gonna feel like less full. You're gonna feel more flat and stuff like that. And it's just, you know, it's good looking cut, but there's a point in time where, I'd rather look a little bit more full. So the goal is I've calculated my maintenance calories, which is going to be, I'm weighing in right now about like 182, and I want to get down to around 180 lean waking up. That's my weight, is 180. And then from there, I'll main gain. So I'm thinking mid-May, I'll start to eat a little bit more, get to my maintenance calories, and I'm just going to maintain at that maintenance calories for all of summer, hopefully. Maybe June, July, August, September. I think I up it by a little bit, very small margins. Again, little bit. And then hit it hard in the winter. And in winter, I'm looking for a shorter bulk. In the sense that I did a pretty long bulk and I didn't really like it. I could either do the same length of the bulk but do it less aggressive. It's just probably what I'll do. But again, that's so long from now. There's so many more things that I'll learn. I'll gain a lot more knowledge. So by the time I get to that, it doesn't really matter. So today for pre, we got Rise Godzilla. We're done with the Christopher's Secret stuff. It has screwed me the past few lifts, so I'm done with it. My only issue with this one is it has creatine in it, so I have to change how much I take in the morning. But that's another thing I was going to talk about. Is my next video I'm hoping to do, again, another chest and back video. I know I've already made 3 of those. I'm already on my 3rd arm day. Only made 1 leg day. There would be a 2nd leg day if I didn't screw up the last one, but I'm thinking about doing maybe a day in the life or something like that. But today is arms, and for the car talk, we will be discussing some things I've learned while on the cut. Because people, like myself, this is my first ever cut, and I didn't really know exactly what to expect or what I was getting myself into necessarily. So I'll explain in a second. About halfway. So on the cut, the number one priority that you should take while being on the cut, number one rule I'll say, is your food intake, and your calorie deficit is the most important thing. Obviously, cardio plays into it, and lifting as much as you can plays into it. But if you're at least training like a beast, going hard in the gym, being consistent, doesn't matter what your split is or anything, you're obviously gonna see some sort of progress. Like, it's possible to put on muscle while in the cut. Don't fully expect to lose a bunch of muscle. You probably won't be losing any muscle if you do it correctly. You'll be losing a little bit of the fullness, and that might make you think, oh man, I've lost so much muscle. No, it's probably just because, your carbs are down and your body's feeling less full, and other factors that play into it. You're not supposed to really lose too much muscle on this, or any at all, actually, if you do it correctly. Jesus. What I was going to say was, about cutting is calorie deficit is the number one thing. So figure out what your maintenance calorie is. You can go to tdee.com calculator. That will pretty much track what your maintenance calories are, and they'll give you like your height, weight, and stuff like that. You put all that in. That's the number one thing for sure, right? Is the calories, because as long as you're in a deficit, you're going to be losing fat. So that's the number one thing for sure that I've learned as well, is just when you eat less and eat below your maintenance calories, that's where you're going to see most of the results. That's the most important thing. But with that, obviously does come, you're going to be hungrier most of the time. And that's something you're just going to have to put up with, is just being hungry almost all the time. Just a little bit, and you're not going to be starving 24/7, but you're going to be hungry for sure. And I'm always hungry is what's going on. And plus you're coming off of the bulk, man. It's really something that hits you, but you kind of want to ease off of it. You don't want 1,000 calories taken out of your maintenance just like that. That's not what you want to do. Especially for me, I kind of took my time with it, slowly cutting down. Because dude, I was 206. If I cut down to what I'm eating now, just immediately right there, I was eating like, I wasn't tracking, but if I had to guess, like 5,000-6,000 calories. Cutting down to my around 2,000, that's a huge drop off, and that's gonna be just awful. You're gonna feel terrible. That's not what you want to do. You want to slowly cut it back and work your way. But that's the number one thing. Another thing that can help you with that is cardio, but you can't be acting like cardio is your savior. You can't be like, because tracking how many calories you burn during cardio is very hard to do. It's never really accurate. So that's why I always say don't take that serious. Like, don't be like, oh, I burned 500 calories today. I'm gonna go eat a little bit more, or I'm gonna take out 500 from my daily calorie intake. No, just do your cardio and act like you didn't do it at all. Don't include it into your calorie intake. Don't include it at all. That's just kind of like a side thing to help you. When it comes to the gym, you should be eating a lot of carbs. I know a lot of people technically on cutting be like, don't eat carbs. And I was doing that, and trust me, as soon as you start eating more carbs, it just feels better. I think just the carbs in general, like fast digesting carbs. Like I say, like I eat my rice cakes and stuff like that. Good foods. Satiating foods and stuff like that are always good. You want to eat a gram of protein per body weight. And sometimes they say even go below that. Now, do I follow that rule? Not so much. I'll be honest, I get way more protein than my body weight. I was always told that the rule was eat a pound or eat a gram of protein per body weight that you want to be at. So I would always just eat as much protein as possible and be like, yeah, that's kind of where I want to be at. Me, I'm 180. I should be eating around 180 grams of protein, maybe a little bit less. Do I eat that? No, I eat a lot more. But the rule of thumb usually is to eat about that. And then the rest of the calories I have for the maintenance day, you should be filling with carbs. That's what I've heard. So yeah, that's a big thing. I've talked about the mental side of it before in previous videos about, the mental challenges that come with cutting, but personally, it really is just, do you want it or not is the main thing. Oh my God, this thing won't stop falling over. Um, that's just the main thing, is do you want it or not? How bad do you want it? How hard are you willing to work for it? That sort of stuff. And if you're not like that, if you're not, that big gym guy, then yeah, it's just, you're not gonna want that. Anyways, like I was saying, yeah, that's some pointers that I've thought of while being on the cut. Definitely gonna end it soon. And another thing is just stick to it. There's at times where you're just not gonna want to, or do cheat days. Talking about cheat days, I don't think they're that good for you, to be honest. I don't think you ever really need cheat days. Same with refeed days. I think those are kind of bullshit. Um, sure, restore your glycogen or whatever, but that's like in moderation. Like, people will be like, oh, it's just a refeed day, and then they go and eat a bunch of cookies and shit and have a whole cheat day. No, you're just trying to make a benefit out of something that has no benefit. But if you're gonna do some kind of like refeed, what I would suggest is maybe the night before a big lift or something like that, maybe eat mostly carbs, so like potatoes and stuff like that, satiating foods. Maybe eat a little bit over your calorie goal, if you're trying to have some kind of refeed, because it's true, you are gonna get tired, you are gonna like lose energy, and you're gonna be less full while doing a cut, so that's just what's going to happen. You kind of have to stick through that. That's really what you have to just do, man. Eat your carbs to get your energy back. I mean, there's pre-workouts going to help you, but it's just when it comes to the pumps, there are a lot of issues. But stay consistent, stay in the gym, do your cardio. How often you should do your cardio is also another big question. Especially because I had never done cardio before, like in bulks. I had never done cardio before. A big question I had is how often do I do cardio? How long? I progressively upped it. So when I started doing cardio, I was doing like 20, 30 minutes after every single upper body workout. Legs, I still don't do cardio during legs. My legs are already tired. Also, my leg days are quick, easy. I'm just trying to get back home. So I won't do them. I don't have a cardio day. I know some people do that. I probably should do that, but I'm lifting about 5 times a week. And 4 of those 5 times I'm doing cardio. So I usually do about an hour of cardio. And for me, that'll be incline treadmill. So it'll be like 13.5 incline. And I'll do about like 3.3 speed for about an hour. What's good is just to watch something. I used to raw dog those, not the move, because you keep looking at the time. I'll cover up the time. I'll watch something. I'll edit these videos, and that's usually what's good for me. Yeah, Stairmaster. Stairmaster is good. Stairmaster will kick your ass though, so you really got man. The first time I ever did Stairmaster, my legs were on fire for days, and that was bad. But Stairmaster is good. Cardio bike, I'm not huge on because with the Stairmaster in the treadmill, it's kind of pushing you. With the bike, that's all you. That's all you, man. You're controlling it. You're pacing it. Stairmaster, that's kind of forcing you to move a certain way. So that's why I'll kind of go with cardio. When to end the cut is another good question. Is honestly, once you've hit your ideal leanness, is what I say. But again, if you're feeling like, oh man, I'm tired all the time, I'm feeling flat, maybe it's not necessarily time to end the cut. It could be time to, maybe eat some more carbs, have a refeed day. I'll suggest it there, but in moderation, a refeed day, not like eat wherever you want. But I'm not saying you just end the cut when you're not feeling great. That's kind of when you have to push through it, get to that leanness. But a thing is like, you're doing the cut to get lean. When you already you're just gonna end it immediately, just end your progress. No, so that's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the leanness. I'm gonna try and maintain at that level. That's the kind of goal that I'm trying to get at. Yep. So I guess I'll call the video there. I'll see you guys inside for big old arm day. All right, back at it. Rope hammer curls first set. Huh? Hey, you don't need to see my face. You're just here to see my arms. Back with Cortez. Nice. Another lift. Arms, the trilogy, part 3. On to the last set. Pump cover is off. Feeling okay. Not like the leanest I've ever felt, but you know, that's what comes with it. Dude, my right arm keeps cramping up on these. That's like the third time in a row it's cramped up on this exercise. All right, arm day is completed. Got the pump going. We'll get a little video going so I can get a thumbnail and stuff like that. Want to weigh in on this? How the arm day went?
It's pretty decent. It was okay.
It was okay. It was okay.
A lot of lists been okay recently.
A lot of low Ks. You know what?
I think it's a cut.
It's just the cut, man. Once we get into the bulk, then you'll start enjoying all of those. So let's go. Let's get some posing.
Just deploy, turn myself into a poster boy. By the soul, make myself to turn it for. I know you want it, oh you fucking got it. Running away.
Okay, and that is the arm day. You know, still got a little bit left in the cut. I am looking a little, what's the word, fluffy right now. That's just because prom weekend I was eating a little bit more. This is obviously all going to shred down as the week progresses. But now it's our cardio. I'm about to do like an hour on the treadmill. Arm pump for the day. It's okay. And I feel like I've been saying that. I feel like I'm a negative person on this channel, but it is what it is. On to cardio.